All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew episode 1072. It is 1072 episodes. It is good to have all of you here on this Tuesday. It is Tuesday. You know what that means. Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. Tonight is Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. That is where Brandy gives you techniques to help you figure out these questions. Now, I said it last Tuesday, you don't need any content. And then Brandy snuck in content. So who knows? But you're going to learn some techniques that are going to help you get to the right answer. That's all I know. My name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. And the one who is really agreeable to right now is Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice. And that's what we're going to be talking about, is getting a pass notice. And I just want to say thank you to all the people that are spreading the word of Kona. I can't wait to meet a lot of people. I just got told that we might be meeting some people in Florida. So I can't wait for that to happen. But I'm just going to say this, guys. Thank you all for sharing us, because it is something we do for free. It is something to help out people. And most importantly, to help you guys get a pass notice and help you get these things answered. So that way you guys can level up in this 2025. There's not a lot of level ups, given. You have to earn every single one of them. And we're here to try to take the little bit of the burden out of it. If some of you guys have ever played sports, you guys get like these coaches, and they see you do whatever it is you do, and then they make a tuning, they tune you up, and so that way you can perform even better, right? They might like say, do this exercise, do this stretch, turn this way, do that thing. And then all of a sudden you're doing way better in that sport than you ever have, because somebody's watching you do this thing, helping you, seeing where you're going wrong. Guys, I can't express it enough. If you're not into our Discord and our Kona community and you're not posting questions, Brandy really does go over there and look at it. I know there's some people that are like, she doesn't answer them. I see like questions over there that aren't answered. They get answered in our live sessions for a lot of these people in the members live sessions, and she does not post what she went over in there, but it does get answered and it does get help. You do get help, and there's a lot of direct messaging, all that great stuff. Guys, one of the best things that you could possibly do is not only just us, but the fact is you get yourself an accountability partner, someone to help you, someone to really call you out, someone to really say, hey, you know what, you're not doing what it is that you said you were going to do. Hey, where's that quiz? Hey, where's that thing? And sometimes when you guys are maybe in a group chat, or you're you're in one of those meeting, telegrams or whatever it is they have, right? Go meets, whatever they call them. And then nobody answers, nobody responds. You're like, hey, where's anybody studying? And then it's like literally the proverbial ghost town, like tumbleweeds are flying through the office, pretty much. And you feel like you're all alone. That's where that Discord really does help. You could get somebody who's really serious about it, just like you, and get somebody that wants to get this thing done just as bad as you do. And we have that available. And I would get on there, and I would reach out to Brandy, ask the people on there, and really find somebody to help you out and get accountable. Guys, accountability really does help. And if you have to, get into those live sessions that we have during the week, where you can meet up with people. You can meet up with Brandy and say, hey, I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding it. This is where I think I'm going wrong. Is there any way we could do a quiz on one of the live sessions, or can we get into the small group tutoring and ask those questions that you need help with? So that way you can, get that level up, get that raise, and get those scores raised. I know Brandy went over it Monday, and she went on Friday on how to raise those scores just by looking at your quizzes and using some of that information that you're getting. Because a lot of people do is they study alone. They got nobody holding them accountable. They got family who aren't interested. And then you got nobody to answer your questions. So we're here to take some of that lonely process out. And what do you say about that, Brandy?
Well, I say that yes.
I love just asking you questions because I know you're barely paying attention.
No, I was
I love
paying
it.
attention.
All right. So if you're not onto the KonaButterflyz, join up, get into that, and you can join in the Discord.
I was gonna tell you what somebody said earlier today
Go for it.
in the live session,
I just like messing with you.
because I took a picture of what he said in the chats. He said that I told someone at the office they should join Patreon because live sessions have helped me so much. I have never felt so prepared.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, anonymous person.
It was Marvin.
Oh, hey, he's on here. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you. And that's great. And and we also had another office manager reach out to me, and that's who we're going to meet with on Florida. And it really loves the fact that that's what we do for people. She's like, you need to really talk about the fact that you can really, hit your wagon to people. People can get on here and understand things that, I didn't understand before. I learned something. Like she's like, I've been around this business for a long time and heard it all, seen all the boot camps, seen all the other stuff. And she's like, hey, you guys are actually teaching something I had never heard. And I'm learning, and I'm like, I can see the application of it. Guys, this Studying Brew is free. We do a little bit of the free. We give you a nice little sample to taste. But you know what? The real comes in when you join as a member and you get into those sessions. I guess there was a SIE live today that will go out later. I found that out just not that long ago. So don't be mad at me. I only found out minutes ago. So I'll have that out, and you'll see the exam specific mastery that we're talking about on those live sessions. We don't teach content per se. We go over how to apply it, because content can be learned at any time. Content you can absorb at any time. Going through videos, reading, the KonaButterflyz book instead of reading some LEM. However you get the content in, that can be done at any time. But what doesn't happen all the time is how we apply it. How do you get through those questions? How are you seeing that? I know that I know what an option is, but every time it comes up, it confuses the heck out of me. I think I'm focusing in on the wrong thing. A lot of time, that is exactly what people are focused in on. I don't know how many times we get questions about stuff, and it's like, dude, you're focused on the wrong thing. You're focused on the wrong thing. If that's what you're focusing in on, one, you're thinking too much. You're overthinking it. You overthought it. Now you're lost in the weeds. You're completely lost. And this is where Kona comes in, and we give you a little bit of a compass and help you get there. You can do that with us. Study programs are available for the SIE, the 6, 63, 26, 65, and the 7. Check it out. You got to join up, scan the QR code, hit the links. We got all that course videos, those live sessions I was talking about, the books, the Kona community, all there. Scan the QR code, hit the link, 951-290-3077. If you want to give me a call, give me a text. Like Jenna sent a screenshot of a question. Brandy is
Sorry, got the ADD is strong today.
Brandy got it.
I just get it.
I just want to let
I got it last
Jenna know that I did send it.
Talk about it in the afterbrew.
We'll talk about it on the afterbrew. But you got it, and now we're going to talk about it.
Yes.
See how helpful that is? And then if you're on live with the Studying Brew, guess what? You hang out afterwards, you can get a couple questions answered too.
Yes.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Can you go to the next slide? ADD boy.
That's
I noticed. KonaButterflyz Wednesday, all day and night sessions will not be had. The live sessions for tomorrow, after I just sold you on all the live sessions, we're not having them tomorrow. Wednesday, we are not doing the evening one. We're not doing the day ones. We're not having any live sessions tomorrow. Content's there, but guys, guess what? An SIE live did get recorded.
Yes, it did.
It'll drop tomorrow, just so you guys can get it. I'll drop it live, so that way you guys can all watch it together in the morning, and then it'll be available for replays later. But we have a ton of archives in the Patreon. You guys can go check that out. There's lots of links. You guys can get through that 21-day plan as well. But we're not going to have any sessions tomorrow because we are awesome parents. I'm just going to say that we are awesome parents. We have 2 kids that are going to have a track meet tomorrow, and it's taking the whole day, and we got to root for them. I got to be there. Kids are only kids for, your kids for a little while, and then they belong to the world. Of course they're always our kid, but you know what I mean. They got to go work and all that stuff in college, and they go off and have their own lives. But right now they're under my house, and we're going to try to get to that next level together as a family, and we got to be there to support them. So that's where we'll be on Wednesday.
Yes.
And I was going to have the Studying Brew anyway, but I am not positive as to what time this dang thing is going to be done.
We've heard 7, we've heard 9.
I don't know. So I feel like after the first one, at least I can gauge what's going on, and then we can go from there.
Yes.
But tomorrow we're not going to do any live sessions, but we'll be back for our regular scheduled program on Thursday. All right, 65, get the book. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Test taking techniques Tuesday. Here we go. We're gonna put some questions up on the screen. Simply put, Brandy's gonna put answers first because that's how we do it. Why do we do that? Because not to make you crazy, because it helps you read the question with intent. There's so many people who are like, it takes me too long to go through the question and I don't have enough time. I'm always reading it over and over again. Guys, do what we say. Go look at the answers first. Disassemble what those answers are, and then go look at the question. A lot of times you can even answer it without even looking at the question. I don't know if tonight might be that night, but sometimes it happens. We got rules to test taking techniques Tuesday. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to ask what exam did that question come from. It's irrelevant. It does not matter. We teach this stuff to our kids in high school, and it doesn't. They're not taking securities licensing tests, but the patterns, the way we look at it, the way we take it apart, it's all the same as long as it's a multiple choice exam. You can use it to your advantage, especially if you don't know what's going on anyway. Check it out. So rule number 2, how do we get good at anything? We practice. We want you to do a 10-question flash quiz. And some people are like, well, I got a 20%. Good, great, fantastic. I got a 50%. Oh, that's good. I got like an 80%. That should tell you one thing. You think way too much, because in a 10-minute flash quiz, we're leaving you only 10 minutes, 10 questions, a minute of thought, focusing on techniques. So if you got the 20 or 30, guess what? You're on your way. Because if you're learning a new skill, you're not always going to be right on the first try of learning a new skill, are you? You fell down a million times when you were learning to walk. Why would it be any different when you're trying to do a different skill set? So always keep that in mind. Even if it's 20, 30%, that's awesome. You're learning and you move on and then you'll get there. Ready?
Yeah. And so you take a 10-question quiz, you get 2 to 3 questions right based purely on technique. That's huge. That's huge, because sometimes I'll hear people say, I got a 69% on my last attempt. That's why I'm here with you. There you go. That would have got you over the bump. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's go. Learning opportunity. All right. We're going to start off the night with numbers. I have 25 days, 90 days, 40 days, 0 days. So 0 being the least amount, 90 being the biggest. Now I looked at this and I'm like, okay, how can I answer this with no content? And I looked at this, I'm like, well, 0 days is actually no days, right?
Yes.
It's the only different answer.
It's the one that says absolutely no days at all.
No days, right? And so I said, you know what? I am just going to look at the question and I'm just going to pick that, because I am super crazy distracted and I'm just going to pick that one simply because it's no days.
Now I'm going to say this. If you're taking the real exam, let's say on Monday.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you know the answer.
Yeah. Like I know the answer.
You just pick the answer.
Yeah. If you know the answer, we have the saying that we have here. If you, well, oh my gosh, what did I say? If you know it, click it. If you don't, technique it.
Exactly. If you have no chance at all, technique it. What do you got to lose?
Nothing. You don't know the answer anyway.
Exactly.
So just technique it out.
And no one cares about your work on the paper. No one's going to ask you how you got there. The bottom line is you got the right answer, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. That should be on a shirt. I know. I got to put it on the shirt. Maybe that'll be my next shirt. That one, and start thinking. Wait, stop thinking. I like that one too. All right. This one, I was like, okay, B is way too long. That's like, I didn't even read this. Do you guys want to know an honest truth about this one? I saw this and I went, okay.
That sounds right.
I'm picking that answer.
I was looking at C and I'm like, that sounds right.
Because of an and. Literally of an and. B, I didn't even want to be honest with you. And I know a lot of you, when you're taking your quizzes, you feel that same thing. And yeah, and that's the answer, because it's inaccurate.
But we don't know why.
But we don't know why.
I picked it because of an and.
But
again, if you know the content, then you just answer it. You go for the easy layup. If you have no idea, this is the play you do. I'm looking for the answer with the and in it because that's the only one thing I can think of.
One answer with an and. I don't know why, guys, but more times than not, it is the answer. I can't explain it. I don't know why, but for some reason, most of the time, it's the answer. Don't ask why. Don't ask.
Also, I mean, I don't know if it's a stretch, but it says which she makes a lot of, or she makes several comments about them. That's the only one that had 2 comments, I guess.
Could be. I didn't even read the question.
I don't know.
All right. Again, not wanting to read, but I did see the word must. I did see the word must. Now, work with me on this one. It doesn't say must in C, but it says
Will
need, which is basically saying must.
Where the opposite of D is like can.
And then we've got this can.
Might maybe.
Now, when you guys see must, only, never, or always, we call that Mona, Mona. We call that Mona. Usually not true.
Well, I mean,
Usually.
I will say this, like when we vote for presidents, we can vote.
Yes.
But must we vote?
No.
There's no rule that says we must vote, right? They don't arrest you for not voting, but we can.
We can. And honestly, I just saw the true, and then I clicked on that, and then I read exactly his same thought process was I can vote. Doesn't mean I have to vote. Boom. That's it. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. Taking it out of securities. Again, you don't know it. What do you got to lose?
Nothing. Pick the technique. If you don't know where to go, pick the technique.
I've never sold this technique thing. Brandy's never sold this technique thing that we do on Tuesdays or anything that we ever done. We've never said this is 100% guaranteed all the time.
No.
But if it works 20 to 30% on those ones that you weren't going to get anyway, that's a pass notice.
Yeah, exactly. That's the answer.
Hey.
We've got regulation, rule. We got a D, an A, a 147, and we've got words. Access equals delivery. We got words. That's it. Just words. I was reaching for rule 147 as well, and then I just kind of matched it up because it's an accept question.
It's the only one that's not citing a specific rule.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Not citing a specific rule. That's perfect. That's a perfect way to say it.
You're welcome.
It's just words. It's just words. Not even capitalized.
No, because it's not citing a specific rule.
Yeah, exactly.
Just giving that a, hey.
Yeah. Don't.
Got one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one is it? I don't know. It's in there. There's a delivery rule somewhere in there. Find it.
I almost erased first. Okay. Younger, more years, older, the same. Okay.
A and D are opposites.
These are opposite. These are the same. Okay. First of all, when you see 2 answers that like
you guys see, wait, stop. Do you see how those 2 are the same first? I gotta slow it down because some people don't have your brain. Employees with more years and then retirement is another way of saying they are younger.
And by the way, more years than what? That's not. Oh.
So A and B.
They're the same.
They're the same. So then neither one of those can be the answer.
Correct. And if you guys see opposite directions, like younger, older, up, down, it's usually one of these.
So with that information, A and B not being it, that only leaves you with C.
Right? Because get out of here. I can't. How do I pick A and B? I can't pick one of them. So the answer has to be C. And what do you know? It is.
And we answered it without seeing the question.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes I need to show you guys the answer. I mean, show you guys the question so you know I'm not like.
Nah, because I feel like people, when you do that, people look at the question, they read the question, and they try to answer it by their same old methods of doing it.
Yeah.
Instead of learning something new.
I'll just click it. Move on.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So we got the only. We got the only. We got the only. By the way, guys, I did not read
any of this, did you?
I didn't read any of this until today.
So what you're saying is you just clicked A.
Yeah, I didn't even read this one at all. Right. So I saw that and I said, okay, well, I'm just gonna pick A. This is a technique thing today. I'm just gonna pick A. And then, but I will tell you this, when I went to go make slides, I was like, what does that say? Anyways, that's the answer.
You don't even know what the question is, do you?
I didn't.
That's the honest truth. Don't even know what the question is. Don't even know what the answer said. Pure technique. Just looked in fact that A did not have the only in it.
Yeah. And that was it. That
techniqued it out.
Yeah.
Because she's like you. She doesn't know what's going on.
I don't, dude. I know you guys have all taken quizzes that you really didn't want to take, and you probably bombed them. That's it. And you probably bombed them because you were like, I don't even feel like taking this, but you didn't even take the time to do what I just did. I'm telling you guys, if you're taking a 10-question quiz and you don't feel like taking it, try doing what I just did. That was 6 questions. We got it done in I don't even know how many minutes. Try it. Try it on.
Yeah, if we can do 6 questions that fast, you can do 10 questions in 10 minutes.
And it probably took me even less time than that to find the actual questions.
Yeah, because you're not reading tonight. No, I don't like the question left on the screen too long because I feel like people look at that question and then they start to go, well, let me see what I know about this. Okay, well, yeah, that's the con. And you guys totally turn off what we're trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Well, you're totally turning off the whole fact that we just showed you how to answer questions just now, 6 of them, with I think most of them without even really looking at the question at all. Most of them, Brandy didn't even read the answers at all. Not really. So, guys, if you know it just based on content and it's an easy layup, take the layup. If you don't know what you're doing, here's the play.
Yeah.
There's the play.
To use when you don't know where to go.
And don't be afraid to just click the dang thing. Don't think yourself out of getting a right answer. How many of you guys have done that where you just think yourself right out of a right answer and you just go ahead and pick that up, wrong one, and then you go dang it afterwards? Yeah, most of you all are pointing right at yourself. Look, just click it. What did you say? What's your shirt?
Click it if you know it. Technique it if you don't.
There you go. That's the message tonight. All right, everybody, go get yourself a quiz. If you're on live, we'll be hanging out for a minute so we can ask any of these study questions that you may or may not have. But for all of you, remember there is no live sessions tomorrow. There's no Studying Brew. We will be back for the lives on Thursday. We are alive tomorrow, but not live on Zoom. So if you have any questions, do that on Discord. Ask those questions away, reach out to Telegram, all that great stuff. I'll be able to answer all that stuff. We just won't be live on Zoom. I didn't say we weren't alive. Because a lot of times people are like, I would have sent it to you, but you're not on Zoom today. I'm like, that's not the only way to communicate. So if you have something you need to ask, don't be afraid. We will be back on Thursday for all the regular scheduled programming, but none of it can happen if you don't stay safe out there. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody have a great night.
Thank you so much for being on. We so super appreciate you. Practice this in flash quizzes. We will see you guys Thursday. Have a great one.